Hey, what's up? This is Sirgio, but you can call me Sirg. Before the start of this episode, I just want to say, 1, this episode was recorded months in advance, so topics and opinions are subject to change. 2, this episode may have foul language and sexual nature, so keep that in mind. And 3, the audio may sound a bit off at times, so bear with me because it does get better over time. That being said, thank you so much for listening and enjoy. Hello. You're listening to the official Call Me Sirg podcast with me, Sirgio, but you can call me Sirg. And today is a very interesting episode because I am talking about my New Year's resolutions. Not of 2021, that will be another episode, but I am talking about my New Year's resolutions for 2020, okay? Because what I do is, in the beginning of every year, I will make a list of my New Year's resolutions for that year, and then at the end of the year, I will review it and see if I did it or not, while also not looking at it. So throughout the whole year, so in the beginning of the year, I'll make the list. Throughout the whole year, I don't even look at it. I don't look at it at all. And then at the end of the year, I look at it and I see if I actually did some of these things. And it's very interesting. I really like that I do this. It's very interesting because it's like, do I subconsciously make these decisions? Or am I subconsciously making these decisions? Or am I just putting false hopes out there and it just doesn't work out for me? So, and also usually I don't share this with a lot of people. I might share this with friends, but usually I review it myself and be like, okay, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Okay, cool. Now the next new year, I will make a new New Year's resolution. And throughout the year, your mindset changes. So who knows if I was in the same mindset as I was in the beginning of the year. Also, what we have to remember is COVID. COVID happened. We're currently still in a pandemic, and a lot of these things that I wanted to do, I know for sure I'm not able to do. I was not able to do because COVID, because of the pandemic, has restricted a lot of things to happen. So I'm going to review my New Year's resolutions for 2020. And yeah, again, I usually don't share this with people. So yeah, enjoy this. I usually don't share this with people. So here you go. Okay. So this is what I made. So this is my New Year's resolution for 2020. First of all, and what I do, I separate in categories. I separate in categories. So category 1 is career. Category 2 is relationships. Category 3 is school. And category 4 is mental, physical, and financial health. And I guess these are the things that really mean a lot to me. My career, relationships, school, and my health. So number 1 is career. The first one is go back to YouTube. And also, I'm going to say rather not I've done these things. So go back to YouTube. No, I have not, honestly. I really want to, but there's so many other things that really restrict me from doing it. For example, I'm currently roommating with a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, one of my best friends. And when it comes to YouTube, I want to have my own space and my own time, my free time, be able to do it whenever I want to. And I feel awkward doing things when I'm around people. So when it comes to like vlogging would be very difficult for me. I still want to do it, but it'd be very difficult for me because I feel very awkward when I'm recording around other people. But yeah, go back to YouTube is not something I've done. I have not got to do it yet. I do want to do it. This podcast will be me going back to YouTube, but the first episode is on New Year's. And yeah, first episode is on New Year's, so I'm not able to do it in 2020. So 2020, I did not get to go back on YouTube, unfortunately. Number 2 is do occasional vlogs. Nope. I will. Kinda. Not really. Vlog, for those who don't know what a vlog is. A vlog is a video blog, pretty much. It's when you film something. It's like a behind the scenes type of thing of your life. It's your life behind the scenes, what people usually don't see. And it's usually someone is traveling or someone's going somewhere, someone's doing something, and they're filming them doing it. That's kind of what a vlog is. And I've done a few lives throughout the year on Instagram, but they're not vlogs technically. So no, I haven't done any vlogs, unfortunately. Next one is do occasional lives on Instagram. Yes, I have. Like I've explained, I've done a few lives on Instagram, not a lot, because I feel weird when I'm on a live and only like 2 or 3 people are watching. Like it's very, but sometimes I don't even care. You know, I'm going on a live not for the views, but for whatever I want to do, and just show myself out there and just have a good time. And usually people that do watch our lives do have a good time because I'm doing something interesting. So I'm not just sitting down, just not doing anything. I'm doing something. Like one of the last lives I did was I was doing a would you rather. I was answering would you rather questions. They were really risky. If you want to watch that, go on my Instagram at Call Me Sirg, and it's definitely on there. I think it's part of IGTV. So definitely go on my page, go on the IGTV section and watch that. But yeah, I've done a few lives. Next one is get into internships. Unfortunately, I haven't. This year has been very insane when it comes to jobs for me. I started out this year with one job at Kohl's, and then throughout the whole year, I ended up getting involved in 4 different jobs. Kohl's, in this order: Kohl's, Target, UPS, and USPS. Now, during the time of this recording, I am currently without a job because yesterday, yesterday was my last day at USPS because it's a temporary job. Now, there's a possibility they may call me back, so that's that. But when it comes to jobs, I'm not into 9-to-5 type of jobs. That's not me. Honestly, I see myself in filming, in making movies, screenwriting, filming, acting, modeling. That's what I want to do. But right now, to earn some money, I have to be involved in these type of jobs. So that's it. Next one is figure out. So again, to answer that, I did not get into internships. Next one is figure out what exactly I want to do. Yes, I have. I actually made a life planner throughout this year, and I've written down what I want to do and how to do it. Because one of the things that I had issue with is trying to figure out how I want to do things. I always have in mind what I want to do, which is filming, acting, screenwriting, modeling, and photography. But I just couldn't figure out how to get there and where and when I want to get there. So I made a planner just for that. And I think I really got to map out what I want to do and really get my mindset to get going that direction. And I do think making a planner is actually a really good thing to do. And I would advise anyone who don't really know what they want to do, sit down with yourself and really map out what you want to do. And don't be afraid of dates. Like, people think you're crazy when you're like, okay, I'm going to do this in 2020, I'm going to do this throughout 2020, I'm going to do this throughout 2021, I'm going to do this throughout 2022, I'm going to do this in October, I'm going to do this in November. It's fine. Map out what you want to do. Do whatever you want. It's your planner. It really can set your mind to focus on what you want to do, and you won't be in flux or confused. And some people get really anxious about the future because they don't know what's going to happen. So find a time to plan out and make a planner, a life planner. So next is, I figured out what exactly I want to do. Now, next one is take more photos. And this is my career. I know exactly what I meant. It's pretty much, I said, like, I want to do modeling I want to do modeling, period. But definitely show my modeling skills on Instagram. And I think I've done that. I've done a lot of it throughout 2020. I've posted a lot in 2020 on Instagram, and I've done a lot of photography type of photos of myself modeling. So I think I definitely did that. And for reference, go on my Instagram at Call Me Sirg and check it out. So yeah, I've definitely took more pictures. Next is model more for Instagram. Yes, that's pretty much the same thing. But yeah, I have, definitely. Next is build personality on Twitter. Twitter is one of the hardest social media platforms to really gain popularity, gain an audience. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know why. I can never really get that much attention on Twitter as I would get on Instagram or any other place. So, but I feel like I'm in the same place I was in the beginning of 2020. Like, I don't get that much attention on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Call Me Sirg. Like my stuff, because I've been making posts and no one likes it. Like maybe one or two people, usually friends, that'll like my posts, but that's it. I've never had that Twitter famous moment. You know, some people get that Twitter famous moment that lasts about a day. I never got that moment as of yet. It's okay. But yeah. So I haven't been able to build a personality on Twitter. So that's the career category. Next is relationships. Oh my God. If y'all later in the podcast, later in the season, you'll understand how relationships I really have a hard time when it comes to relationships. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. But y'all know, I'm telling you, like in the early episodes of this season, I'm gonna explain like my relationship history, and I'm gonna talk about it. Just wait, you'll see. Just wait. I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. Just wait. So for relationships, first and foremost, have a boyfriend. Oh wow. For those who don't know, I am sexually fluid. I do have an episode before this episode. My first ever episode is me coming out publicly. So, because throughout the whole season, I'm going to be talking about relationships. Not every episode, but a lot of times I'm talking about relationships. And for the most part, I'm usually talking about a guy. So, just letting y'all know, I am sexually fluid or bisexual, whatever you want to call me. Yeah, just keep that in mind. So, the first one is have a boyfriend. During 2020, I've had so many different situations, and I am grateful for the experience. However, I have not gotten to have a legit boyfriend, okay? The longest I've talked to someone this year have been about 10 months. However, I don't know if the person is that serious about me. I don't know if they look at me in that way. We have met up once throughout all the time because they live kind of live kind of far. They live in the state, but they live pretty far. So I'm not able to see them that often. But we do message each other and talk to each other often. But we never talk in like a flirty way. I try, but the person don't really reciprocate that much. So I don't know what it's all about. I don't know how they feel about me, really. So I don't know if I can consider it as me as a relationship, or again, I don't know how they feel about me. So I don't even know if I can really count it. But when we did meet up, I don't want to get too much into it because I have an episode about that. But when we did get to meet up, it was cool. We had some flirtatious moments, but again, after that, it went back to just texting and chatting, just normal friendly chatting. So I don't know if I can really count that as a relationship or the longest I've talked to someone, because I don't know if they think of me in a romantic way. But but throughout this year, I've been in a lot of different situations. They're all pretty. I've had good situations. I do appreciate the moments. I've dated I've been on a few dates this year. No, a few is not. I've been on a lot of dates this year, different people. Well, you would think during a pandemic there wouldn't be that much action, but I've had a lot of action this year. Not to toot my own horn. I mean, that's not a good thing, honestly, because it's been many different. And I'm the type of person that likes to date one person and get to know that one person and really work to get into a relationship. I'm really much a monogamous, hopeless romantic type of person, but it just felt like none of these situations really worked out for me. And none of these situations really worked out for me. So it just didn't work out. And in a future episode, very soon, it's a very early episode. I'm gonna explain what those relationships was like, what happened. But yeah, to answer the question, no, I have not had a boyfriend this year. I would like to. I really want to. And it's like I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to wait and be patient and be understanding and really try. Y'all will understand why I get so passionate about this topic, because it's been a struggle. But yeah, I have not had a boyfriend, to answer the question. Let's continue before I get too deep in. Next is call my great grandmother and call my grandmother. I have occasionally when I find the time to do it, I do it. So yes. Next is support my sister more. Yes, definitely. I definitely try to support her as much as I can, and I am her cheerleader, and I'm here for her 100%. And I definitely shown that, especially in 2020. Next is build connections with my professors. Well, 2020, I did not get to go to school. I did not get to go to school. So that's a no. Next, speaking of school, next is school. School, for the most part, most of these are going to be a no, because for 2020, actually in the beginning of 2020, I was in school, but near the end of 2020, I did not get to go to school. Like during the fall semester, I was not able to go back to school for financial aid reasons. Yeah. So I had to take a semester off. And now I'm taking a year off of school. So I'm taking a semester off, a year off. So most of these are gonna be a no, but let's still go through them. First one is get good grades. I think I did. Get a 3.0 GPA. Nope. Do best in all classes, I guess. Don't miss classes. I'm sure I've had a few classes. Don't let anyone make you miss a class. Ooh. Ooh. That's some tea right there. Because sometimes I get caught up in my friends and I choose my friends over my academic success. I choose fun over school. So that's why it says that. I can't agree. I can't say I have done that. Next one and last one. That last category is mentally, physically, and financial health. Okay, let's get into it. First one, say I love you in the mirror more often. I have. Not that much. But I think I have. And I think I said that because I have a constant struggle of self-worth when it comes to relationships. I tend to put my all when it comes to people, and I tend to be very passive and let people do whatever they want to do, meaning they post on their story without replying back to me. I'm not going to get too offended. I'm not going to show how offended I am. Even though I am very offended, I'm not going to show it just for the sake of trying things to work and having things to work out. Or if they leave me hanging, don't text back right away. I don't show that I'm mad or don't show that I feel some type of way, again, for the sake of trying to make it work. So it definitely can show that I may or may not have high self-worth. And I think I definitely have built that up during 2020. So yes, it's just, I have self-worth. It's just, I have a fear of messing up a relationship or or there's a relationship not working out. So I try my best to make it work out. Just to move forward and at least get the opportunity to date. Again, I'm gonna explain that in future episodes. But yeah. So next one is say you're worth it in the mirror. I think I've gone through a lot during 2020 when it comes to relationships. And it's been a very, very, very harsh struggle. Again, I'm explaining that in future episodes. So saying that I'm worth it in a mirror is very, very prominent. And I think I have. I definitely, again, I built my self-worth. I feel like I am worthy of love. I deserve love. I am who I am. I love myself 100%. So I think I have. Stop the self-pity. Oh my God. Oh, this is getting deep, girl. This is too early in the season. Stop the self-pity. Oh my gosh. Because when it comes to all this is really relationship based. When it comes to relationships, I tend to I blame myself when relationships don't work out, and I shouldn't do that. Like there's always a moment where I'm like, okay, this could have happened. If I did this it could have worked out. If I were to do this would have worked out. I don't really think about the other person. For the most part, I realize now that it's the other person that has the issue, not me. Like I'm the one that really try and really put in the effort, and then when the relationship don't work out, I for some reason blame myself in some way. I don't be like, oh, you did wrong, you messed up this, and I mean, low-key think about that, low-key. I'm like, damn, if I didn't say this, then this would have happened. Like, I really be thinking about that. So I tend to have self-pity when I'm not in a relationship or not dating, or I need to get out of that. I need to stop, like, always wanting, just wait and just let it happen. It's just, I've been in so many situations that failed. It's like, I'm not trying to get too much into it. I know that's not what y'all. This is not what y'all want to hear. Okay, y'all want to hear my New Year's resolutions. Okay, I'm gonna have a whole episode about it. So stay tuned. But stop the self-pity. I think I have, because I've gone through a lot of transitions within myself mentally, and I've talking to people like Shamar, Anthony, Lawrence. Raheem. I've definitely starting to learn of myself. And I also watch YouTube videos more about astrology, because I'm very much into astrology. And I'm learning of myself. Self-worth is a superpower. I forgot her name, but she's a good YouTuber. And learning about myself is very important. Learning about yourself is very important. And it definitely makes me have a better understanding of how I am as a person. I've learned that I am a really good romantic lover. And people don't know. People just don't know. And I'm not going to get to it. But yeah. Next is finished projects. I think I have, definitely. Especially doing this podcast. I told myself I'm going to record 50 episodes for this podcast. And that's when I'm going to start posting. And I've done that. I recorded 50 episodes. And now I'm doing it. In the past, I tend to start projects and don't get to finish it. So now I'm definitely staying determined to finish these projects, because it will benefit me in the long run. So I think I definitely have finished projects. Go to the gym more often. Because of COVID, no, I have not gone to the gym this whole time this COVID has happened. I have not hit the gym, not once. Maybe in the beginning before COVID really got to go in and things didn't start closing yet, I did go to my school gym. But when COVID started, I was not able to go to the gym, unfortunately. I do work out occasionally at home, not as often as I do. Like later on in the years, I stopped. But in the beginning of the year, I done a few workouts. Just Dance is my game. I play that as well. Dumbbells I tend to use. Sometimes I bust out a push-up here and there. So I work out when I can. I think I definitely maintain my body shape. I think I even think I gotten a little bit better. I don't know. I haven't gone to gym. I feel like if I go to gym, I look even more fitter. But I mean, I like my body how it is, so it's cool. Next is save more money. I know I have a money problem. I have a money problem. A money problem, girl. Like, not to get into it to really expose myself, but usually, like, I'm the type of person, when I get money, it usually goes away so quickly. No matter how much I try, it just, because, like, it'll be a certain period of time where it's like I don't really have that much, and so I'd be struggling, and then when I finally get the money, I'm like, okay, these are all the things I need to get now. And then by the time I get all these things, it's gone. Majority of it is gone. I hate it. I really do. And even when I don't have things to buy and I'm like choosing to save, there's always something that comes up that I have to spend my money, and usually it goes away like that. For example, there's a moment where I was saving for going to LA, saved to go to LA, and I really did my best. I really actually, that was the first time I really saved up a lot of money. And yeah, we'll get more into that in the future. Get more into that in a second. But there was a moment where my car got towed, and I had to spend money that I saved up to get my car untowed. It's like, don't matter how much I try, whether if I'm like knowingly buying things, or I have to get something, have to pay for something, I just never can save the money, and it's a struggle that I'm working on. So yeah. So save more money. I've gotten to save, but it's still a struggle. And then last but not least, the final one of my New Year's resolutions for 2020 is go to LA. Now, again, first of all, y'all need to know how important LA is to me. LA is like Disney World to me. It literally, Disneyland is literally there. But I really want to go to LA so bad. Like, I literally, I can see myself living in LA. I don't know why. No, like, LA is a place that I may see myself living in. Like, not just LA, just California. Better weather, and it's a good place for my career. So, I just want to go to LA and see what it's like. I have not gone to LA yet. To answer the question, no, I haven't. I literally made a whole trip plan. I had a whole trip plan before COVID happened. I had a whole trip plan for this year. During the summer of this year, go to LA. I'm a huge planner. Like, I planned out the hotel. Actually, it was gonna be an Airbnb. I planned out what flights we're gonna take, what the days we're gonna go, if we're gonna have a rental car, all the activities we're going to do. I literally planned out everything and how much everything's going to be. Everything. I literally paid for the flight to go. And then COVID happened. And we could still travel, but things were closed. So why would I go to a new place that I want to explore and I can't even explore it? Or there's nothing to do. Like, no, I don't want to do that. So I had to cancel my flight, and all that saved money is what it is. So I have not gone to go to LA, unfortunately. So hopefully next year, 2021, I can go to LA. That'd be amazing. That being said, that has been my New Year's resolutions review for 2020. And stay tuned for my New Year's resolutions for 2021. I am going to share that. Actually, if y'all want me to share my 2021 New Year's resolutions, then let me know in the comment section below if you're listening on YouTube. If you're listening on Spotify, hey girl, hey. I'm on Spotify, bitch. I'm on Spotify. I'm on all these other social media platforms. Girl, I am on Radio Public, Breaker, Pocket Cast, and Spotify, okay? So if y'all listening on these platforms, hey girl, hey. I'm doing it. I'm doing the damn thing. Let's do it, okay? Make sure you follow me on these platforms, all right? Also, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Call Me Sirg. So follow me on those platforms. Or just search me up on any social media platform. Also on TikTok. I don't really do TikToks like that. I may do more TikToks in the future. But follow me on these things. Look me up at Call Me Sirg and you'll find me, okay? Catch every episode every Friday. I have an episode every Friday. So catch me every Friday and there'll be a new episode coming out. So thank you all so much for listening, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Thank you so much for listening. Follow me on any social media platform at CallMeSIRG to be kept in the loop when new content is available.